to the Accountancy Learning AAT Sample Paper Debriefs. I'm Sarah, and in this video I'll take you through Principles of Bookkeeping Controls Sample Paper 2, Task 7. So this task is all about extracting a trial balance. We're told that Joe has a window fitting business. Most of the ledger accounts have been closed off and included in the trial balance as at the 31st of January. Part A asks us to complete the remaining ledger balances by inserting the balance carried down on each account, entering all answers to 2 decimal places. So let's just work through all of these then. So remember, to balance off an account, we find which of the debits or credits are higher, find our balancing figure, and then use the total on either side to find that balancing figure. So we've got nothing on the credit side, so our debit side is going to be our total. And in this instance, it's quite straightforward that to balance it off, it's 32,500. For the sales returns, again, we've got nothing on the credit side, so our total comes from the debit side, and let's not forget to put in our 2 decimal places. So again, it's quite straightforward that we can carry down that full balance there because we've got nothing on the credit side. Now this time we've got a figure both credit and debit. Now our credit side is higher, so we will take that as the total that we need to reach. We've got 17,000 on the debit side, so our carried down balance, our balancing figure, is 38,000. And then for our receivables ledger control account, we can see that our debit side is going to be higher. So if we just use our sort of numerical sense here, the debit side is going to be higher. So our total for both sides is 75,955 and 3p. And our balancing figure here on the credit side to meet that is then 17,851.70. So you can see that we've got all of the ledgers now balanced off. And then in part B, it asks us to complete the trial balance by inserting the missing figures and calculating the total for each column, again answering to 2 decimal places. So this is really important. So let's work from the top. We had 32,500, which is our plant and equipment. So we will put in our plant and equipment, 32,500. Now remember that these are our carried down balances, so these are our closing balances, and in the TB you need to be looking at what type of account it is. So plant and equipment is a debit balance because it's an asset. So 32,500. Now we will look at sales returns. We've got 2,412. So sales returns is a type of expense to the business because customers have returned the product. So here's our sales returns, and that's going to be 2,412. Now we've got capital, and we've got 38,000. So capital is a credit balance. So we can put 38,000 on the credit side. And then finally we've got receivables ledger control and 17,851.70. Receivables ledger control is what our customers owe us, so it is an asset account. So 17,851.70. So we've now put all of the missing figures in, and now we need to total both columns. And when you do that, both of them come to £93,860.57, and they match, so we've got our figures right. That brings us to the end of task 7.